Hello, I am April Asfour. I am your child's English 9 teacher here at Curtis Junior High, and I'm going to talk to you guys today about my background and the syllabus, what your child can expect from the class, and how to access grades and communication, and how to get a hold of me. First, I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about me. I am kind of a local person. I grew up in Port Orchard, Washington, and I got my associate's degree from Tacoma Community College. And then I went to the University of Puget Sound. I did my bachelor's in English Lit, and I also got a master's of arts in teaching. And then I have been teaching for 11 years. This is my third year at Curtis Junior High. And previously I was at Auburn High School, and I've enjoyed my transition to the junior high. I've enjoyed teaching 8th and 9th grade and kind of getting the kids when they're a little bit younger. Before I became a teacher, I was a Starbucks barista. So throughout community college and my bachelor's and my master's, I lived and breathed coffee. So I worked at Starbucks, and I was also a personal assistant. I managed a counseling office. I made appointments. I managed my employer's books and even helped plan her wedding. So I had a life before teaching, but teaching is definitely my passion. I was called to teaching later in life, but I am very glad I am here. Just a little bit more about me. This is my family. My husband, Keith Asfour, Mr. Asfour, is also a teacher. He is a third grade teacher at Hedden Elementary, and that's in Fife. He even teaches the children of some of the teachers at Curtis Junior High, so it's kind of a small world. We have not yet been blessed with children, so we have a few animals. First of which are our rabbits. They're house rabbits. They live in the house with us. They're litter box trained. We have Lindy, the big black one, and Arthur, the small brown one. And then Cooper is the horse here with his tongue sticking out. He's kind of a goofball, and he is fun to have around. Enough about me, though. Let's talk about English 9 skills and content, what your child is going to be learning this year. So as far as skills go, we're going to talk about essay format and rubric expectations. And that means teaching the kids how to read a rubric and know how they'll be graded. Every large assignment that we give out in English 9, the expectations are communicated clearly to the students. We're going to do literary analysis of novels and supplementary texts. And that means short stories and poems and newspaper, or I guess now online articles. We'll be using evidence from a text to support our ideas. Teaching kids to always have evidence to support their opinions, and using kind of fact-based ideas. Learning and applying content and academic vocabulary. That means content vocab would be those higher level words that kids learn while they're reading, and academic vocabulary is going to be words specific to English class, for instance, literary, or characterization or plot. Those are academic words. And finally, application of literary devices in literature and poetry. Understanding what a metaphor is and why a metaphor is used. We hear them in the music that we listen to. We see them on our social media feeds. We're going to talk about why they're used in literature too. And then what will your children be learning, or how will I be teaching these skills, if you will? Content. Our first unit is going to be short stories. And then in October and January, we'll be reading Of Mice and Men. It is a Great Depression era book by John Steinbeck, and we'll also be talking about responses to injustice. John Steinbeck wrote this book in response to the struggle he saw with agricultural workers. We'll be talking about poetry in February. We'll read the dystopian novel Fahrenheit 451. And then finally, Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, the classic star-crossed lovers. All right, communication. The best and quickest way to communicate with me is through my email address, asfour@upsd83.org. I check my email from 7 to 3 Monday through Friday. And then the email in Skyward, if you want to access your child's Skyward grades, you can send an email through that. And then I always communicate with kids in Google Classroom. They can comment on their assignments and I can comment back to them. I will often send out updates and notifications to you through Skyward. And I might send individual updates through just my UPSD email address, the one that is up in this top left corner. All right, so if you want to check your child's progress and you want to just do that independently, not contacting me, the best way to do that is through the Skyward Gradebook. You should have gotten some communication from the school on how to access your child's Skyward Gradebook information. You can also access their attendance. In Google Classroom, the English teachers and I post a week at a glance. And that means Monday through Friday, we are able to tell kids what's ahead in the class. What can they expect? What will we read that week? Will there be a quiz? Is there anything due? So that gets posted Friday or Monday in Google Classroom, but always in advance. And then also in Google Classroom, you and your child can work together to organize their to-do list. Students can show their parents the to-do list feature in Google Classroom, and that shows the assigned work, including due dates, missing work, and of course, their completed work with associated scores if graded. Not every single piece of work is graded. Some of it is just completion assignments. As far as policies for the English 9 department, formative, late, or absent work, and that word formative, it just means they're kind of weekly work, that weekly practice. It will be accepted up to 1 week after the due date. Work not turned in after that 1 week will earn 50% in the gradebook, and then a late indication. I call that 1 week the 1 week grace period. It's life happens, get that you might need an extension, you get 1 week. Summative work, students have up to 1 week to make up or turn in late summative work. Same policy. And that word summative means a summary, like at the end. Unit test, an essay, a big project, kind of the big end of unit stuff. If your child would like to revise an assignment or retake an assignment, students who have turned in all their work can request to retake something to improve their grade. And that means that a student can go back and finish and complete the work they may have missed, but that doesn't mean they'll earn credit. But as long as a student has turned in their work, so whether that be late or on time, they can request a revision. Absences, a student should always check Google Classroom in the weekly work bin that I have in class to find out what they missed. Missed assignments will need to be turned in ASAP or made up ASAP. If you have any questions, they can call or they can email me, or you can email me at Asfour. at upsd83.org. As far as what your child will need for this class, they'll need their English literature textbook, any novels they may have checked out for class, their Google Classroom, and Skyward. I emailed a syllabus home to all parents before school started. So if you have any other questions about our policies, please refer to that document or email me with any further questions. I hope we're going to have a great start to the year. It has been great so far, and thank you for listening.